Yet again, I got to talk about these social justice extremists. I don't want to call them warriors because apparently they find the name warriors to be racist. Who knew? Would put a link to that article in the Tumblr in Action thing, but it was deleted. But luckily, I was able to read the header, and I kind of got the gist of it. So, I'm talking about some Tumblr in Action posts that I saw, and yeah, and I'm gonna end it with. I'm gonna talk about some GamerGate stuff too, and I'm gonna end it with some of my wisdom, if you want to call it that. But yeah, but here we go. All right, so I saw a couple of posts on Tumblr in Action that said these people would kill their kid for being cis. If you don't know what cis is, it's generally you're just a straight person or man, I suppose. You're a straight man who enjoys the opposite sex, and these people said that they would kill their kid, killed their child, their spawn, their genetic copy, their flesh and blood for being born straight, for being born generally. It's because there's no other way to put that. Like, I this just drives me nuts, man. When these people are like, we're the terrible ones for liking video games, music, or whatever the fuck you like. You know, what I mean, whatever. Calling us misogynistic and all this bullshit because this shit doesn't apply to them. And yet, people in their group will say, "I'm gonna kill my child because they're born straight or born a certain way." Okay, okay. How is that any different from somebody killing someone for being gay? It's not. It's not any different. Me, me being a black guy killing somebody because they're white is not any different from a white person killing somebody because they're black. It's no different. Murder is murder. Like nobody cares. This, this is how murder works. It just got me so riled up, man. Because it's like, hopefully in the future, I want to be a dad someday. Not anytime soon, but someday. When I'm mature. And this bullshit drives me crazy because I'm like, this person. I don't know if it was a guy or a girl. Um, but this person, at some point, is gonna have a kid, and probably gonna do this when their kid brings home someone of the opposite sex. And that's terrible. This is freaking awful. Hopefully, they don't have a kid or don't adopt a kid. Yeah, because that shit's fucking terrible. Yeah. See, another article I read was this one chick thought Lucy was racist because Asian people were shot. I'm paraphrasing and summarizing this thing, but that's the general gist of it. It's like, oh, why are people of color? And they say POC instead of writing out people of color. Like, it's that fucking hard. It's not. And Asian people are always demonized in the media or in movies. And I'm like, dude, have you seen the last Captain America? A main character is the Falcon, who is a black guy. The Blade trilogy. The main character is a black guy. He's killing mainly white people. White vampires. So they're not really people. They're vampires. But, it's like, what hole do these people live under to the point where they can't look through? They say all media is like this. And it's like, have you seen everything? Clearly not. Clearly you haven't, because you've seen a select group of things that match with your view. You cherry pick things. That's what Nia Sarkeesian does in all of her videos. I don't want to talk about her because enough people already have. I already think she's a fucking bigot anyway. Against men and like fucking gamers. And she's not a gamer. She just wants to talk shit. And gets pissed that she got hit. It sucks. You get criticism just like everybody else. Sucks. But man, like, this is how these people work. Like, they want to infiltrate. They don't want to talk about the game or the movie or the comic. They want to talk about how something made them feel. Okay, that's fine, sure. it's fine sometimes, like, oh, this really empowered me or whatever. But you saying they should change this game, movie, whatever figure because it offends me and my feelings are hurt. Nobody's gonna give you, of course, nobody's gonna give you the time of day because that's insane. You're telling somebody to, you're telling a company to market only to you who's one person, to market directly to you and not people as a whole. That's not how business works. They have to go for demographics. As much as that sucks, and you know how you don't get a lot of, I guess, like originality because they're marketing things, but you know that's where everybody else comes in. That's where the internet comes in. That's where you make something original and show that it can be profitable. Really, like I mean, I remember a time growing up where superhero movies were, they were over and done with. Like it was like the '90s. You never saw a superhero movie ever, and now you see them, and now the biggest fucking thing, and now everybody wants to make a movie based off graphic novels and things like that. Like when I was a kid, I didn't think Scott Pilgrim movie would ever be a thing, right? It's a fucking good movie too. So you know stuff like that. Man, it's just like so crazy how these people think. So now I'm gonna get so way people thinking. I'm gonna go on a GamerGate for a minute because I want to talk about it that for a second. For anybody who doesn't know, GamerGate is gamers taking a stand against the gaming journalists who say they represent them when they really, for the past, in my experience, about 5 years, 4 or 5 years, I think. No, late high school. So like 3 years, about 3 years. You know, a lot of gaming journalism has been not looking for gamers' best interest. They've been looking out for themselves and people within their group, and just been talking shit about gamers, saying that you're toxic, we're we're toxic, we're dying. It's gamers not a being a gaming publication doesn't mean that you only request to gamers. Yes, it does. You're a gaming publication. You're only supposed to talk about games. And them talking all that shit like two people off a couple sites off the top of my head. Polygon have been doing it. Kotaku. Um, Jimquisition has those episodes. So is Movie Bob. That's most of Movie Bob's content though. Just a heads up. Like at least with Jim, whose content I don't like because he always got to talk about gamer entitlement and the sleaze and the toxicity of gamers, and I got sick of that bullshit. I got sick of Movie Bob even sooner. God, I hate that dude. He's so stupid. But there are videos on these people, like, well, not really, because they have drones of fans who they just attack people with. It's terrible. Shit, I'm getting on 8 minutes. Fuck. So yeah, so the gamers are taking a stand, which is great. Fuck yeah, awesome. Gotta take a stand against these things. Yeah. Sorry, I like keep pausing because this is so good that we're just taking a stand against these people who don't know anything about our hobby, the fuck you do, who you are, your life experience, what you've been through, what games have got you through, what empowers you. They don't know anything about that. They just want to label you. That's what these people are really about. They're about labels. They say, oh, don't label me, but I'm going to give myself labels so that way you can treat me better. That's what they're about, really. They're not about equality. They want to be treated better than everybody else because I'm like a otherkin or whatever. What the fuck does that mean? It doesn't mean anything. You want to say you're better than somebody? Prove it. Go out and earn it. That's all I gotta say. You know what I mean? Man, woman, doesn't fucking matter. Does not fucking matter to me. You want something, you go out and earn it. You fucking you want to complain about how media portrays people? All right, go write a movie, go write a book, go write a comic. That's what I'm doing. I'm writing a comic that shows what I don't want to fucking read. Because I don't expect any comic artists to fucking draw my life. Fuck that. I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna do that my damn self. So yeah. So I'm gonna leave with this little tidbit because I'm at like 10 minutes. that these people want to shut your fun down and say all these things about you. You can't let them. Do not believe them. Okay? I guarantee, if you play games, if you are a nerd, if you are into this nerd culture, you're not as terrible as they say they are. I guarantee this. There's no way you are toxic. They call you toxic because you think. You go, that's not okay. I'm not going to let somebody talk to me like this. I'm going to take a stand. I'm going to stand up for myself. That's human nature. Okay? Somebody pushes you, you push back. Somebody hits you, you hit them back. As my family goes, somebody hits you, you knock their ass out. And that's what gamers are doing right now. Fucking knocking asses out. That's what we're doing. That's human nature. Okay? Somebody calls you toxic, think about it. Go, am I toxic? Well, let me think. I come up with logical arguments to what this guy says. I don't agree with what he says. And I state it. If he thinks that's toxic, well, dude's a fucking idiot then. Dude does not like logic. Or chick does not like logic. So that makes them illogical. Don't deal with those people. Those people are crazy. I just said a lady wanted to kill her kid for being straight and being born. That's crazy. That's insane. That's like wanting to kill your kid for being right-handed or left-handed when you're left-handed and you right or left-handed and you teach them how to write. That's ridiculous, man. So like, just do what the fuck makes you happy. Don't let anybody else talk shit about you. All right, I'm about to do another video talking about how I'm pissed off, like about all this shit about people being pissed off at me for liking what the fuck I like. That's gonna come probably tomorrow because it's kind of late. But yeah, I'm gonna get my drawing on so I can make that comic. You know, earn my shit. That's what you gotta do. Earn your shit. That's how I'm leaving y'all. All right, peace. Do what makes you happy, and work for what the fuck you want.